So here it is a few days later. It took a while, a lot of lessons learned, accumulation of proper tools, techniques, paint color choices. And the reason I took such time on this is because this detail is what's going to carry through the rest of the home. And here it is, the finished product, the Palazzo door with Howe casing. And that's primed pine at $20.32 for an 8-foot piece. I found that ProBuild in gray has 8-foot Howe casing made of MDF for $6.14. So significantly reduces the cost of the upgrade in trim through the house. As you can see, I'll take a closer look. I changed the gold and polished nickel out to oil rub bronze for the hinges and door fitting. Went with, of course, a door lock by Kwikset, which now uses something called smart key technology. So even though they come with a key, you can actually rekey it without the cost of a locksmith to the keys that are pre-existing on your home. Another key feature is if you did go out of town and you wanted to leave a key with, say, a neighbor or block off a section of your house, you can actually rekey it in an instant. And then when you return or no longer want them to have access, you could simply rekey it back to your own key. So let's see if you can get, yeah, there's a nice close-up of the Howe casing. And look at that miter, nice and tight. Spot on. In addition, another note I'd like to mention, found that fine home builders locally use Sherwin-Williams Pro Classic Extra White, which I found to be a little bit runny. That is a new paint product that replaced their Qualicraft Extra White. Just doesn't have the same quality. So I actually ended up going to Lowe's and getting a paint primer in one by Valspar. It's a lot thicker, and it's, in my opinion, because it's thicker, ideal for trim, because it just goes on so much thicker, almost like butter. So your final product is a lot smoother looking, less flaws, no chance of runs. Real professional outcome. And their Ultra White, the Valspar Ultra White, is actually synonymous with the Sherwin-Williams Pro Classic Extra White at a fraction of the cost. Actually, 1/2 is the fraction. So 50% less per gallon used. So you can imagine through the course of this home, huge, I'm talking in the hundreds of dollars in savings just on paint selection there. And again, easier application, less chance of running, and just a thick, buttery appearance. It just looks beautiful. And that's what I found. Those are my lessons learned. I'll keep you in tune for updates. The reason I took this so seriously with regard to lessons and tool accumulation and paint color choices and brush techniques versus brush purchases, Wooster versus Purdy versus 3/16 inch velour rollers on 4-inch, on 9-inch, is because I really wanted to find what worked perfect. Because the next obstacle that I take on is going to be wainscoting in the formal dining room. So quite a big project, and I'll keep you posted.